Another week, and a few more Democrats announced retirement. And another week, and Speaker Pelosi is back from another swing of her farewell tour, and more broken promises. And poor Josh, he's still waiting for his vote. Last time, in the third broken promise, he was very, very sure it was going to happen. I think he even got some champagne from the NRCC, but it just didn't take place. As the Democrats' agenda continue to stall out and Americans have no idea what's in the bill. CBS poll shows that only 10% of Americans know. I think that number is even lower in the Democratic conference. Speaker Pelosi complained that it is the responsibility of others to tell the American people what the bill does. As the bill continues to fail, she even blamed you. But it also exposes the truth behind their socialist agenda. Democrats don't really want America to know what's in it because it will continue to stall the bill. You remember what Speaker Pelosi's old line is: we need to pass the bill to find out what's in it. It appears they feel the exact same way today. They first passed the $2 trillion bill earlier this year on a partisan basis that helped spur inflation into our country. 61% of Americans know what is causing inflation: the Democrats and their policies. Even 40% of the Democrats believe that their own policies are creating this inflation. Whether this bill is $4.5 trillion, $3 trillion, or $1.5, the Democrats' proposal will worsen inflation, continue to harbor and harm our labor shortage, won't do anything to stop the border crisis that we have today, and it will set our country back for decades. We cannot afford this, not ever, and especially not now. Americans are finding life today much harder than they did just a short year ago. If you go to the grocery store, it's going to cost you $200 more over the course of the year. You're being warned that you got to shop for Christmas now if you want to be able to get anything. Every time you go to fill up your gas, it's 42% higher. With the winter months around the corner, you're being told to brace for heating bills that will cost 54% more. Could you imagine being in America today, that tomorrow will not be better than today, but tomorrow will cost you more than today? And by all accounts, economic conditions are expected to continue to deteriorate. When confronted with the reality Americans are now facing, Democrats want Americans to lower expectations. You heard me many times before compare this Biden administration to Jimmy Carter. If you look back to 1979 and today, there are some very eerie similarities. In a time when Jimmy Carter had Americans being held hostage in the Middle East, Joe Biden created the exact same problem for Americans. You have inflation, same challenge that we had with Jimmy Carter. They both begged OPEC to try to get America out of their problems so they could become energy independent. Jimmy Carter had Billy Carter, and President Biden has Hunter Biden. We had an economics that Americans just don't feel strong as they once did before. We have an opportunity to change that, just as we did in the 80s. Today is the House Republicans who are fighting back. It's the House Republicans with a policy that would make America stronger.